Hey everybody, welcome back to MattBreaksWax. I'm pretty excited about today's episode because it's a little bit different for this channel. As you know, I collected between 87 and 97. Got out of the hobby for a long time. I just got back into things last year and when I started this channel. And I've been kind of figuring things out about what I want to do in this hobby. Do I want to be breaking cards? Do I want to be collecting cards? Do I want to just rip packs on here on YouTube? Am I doing shows? I've been doing a little bit of everything. And this is one thing that I had not done yet. And I need to know. I need some help from the experts. Did I get scammed? Did I get cooked? I don't know. You tell me. So I was browsing Facebook Marketplace, and like you do, you come across a listing, and it says collectible card, $5 is the asking price. And here is the photo. It is this card right here. Somebody had this card in a really yellow top loader, and they had a front photo and they had the back photo, and they were asking $5. So I said, I will take it. I'll come get it after work today. And they were happy with that answer. So we set up arrangements to meet. By the time I went to get the card, the customer or the guy on Facebook was like, hey, a lot of people have messaged me about this and they think it might be of value. So, I'm going to ask a little bit more for the card. So I was still okay with what he was asking based on what I could find out about this potential card and what it could be. And so I still bought it. He's like, I'll hold it for you. He could have been a jerk and given it to the first person that showed up, but he was true to his word. Since I scheduled first, he kept the appointment. And I talked to him for a while, and we had good conversations about stuff, and I ended up buying it. So this is what I think this is a 1910 Piedmont T206. The reason I think it's the 1910 is because it's the 350 subject set, and I think that was to 1910. I jumped on a bunch of different websites specific to these types of cards to try to get more information because this is something new to me. I've never dove into like vintage like this. I mean, I have 80s and 70s cards that I've come across and the things that I pick up, but this was brand new. So I messaged some people and tried to kind of get some opinions, and everybody's working in the middle of the day. So I didn't really get a whole lot from any of my expert friends. So I was really relying on websites. So there were a couple of things that I did to try to, investigate this card. And I'll walk you through those now in case this is new to you, and maybe it's something you want to get into in the future. And then, maybe if you're more familiar with these in the comments, let me know. Did I get cooked? Did I do well? And, what should I do with this card next? So, first of all, I thought, if this is a vintage, like a maybe 60s or 70s, like reprint, I would have been happy with the price that he was asking. And, if it's an original, I was still very happy with the price he was asking because I could probably get maybe $40, $50 more than what he was asking selling it raw. And if I do grade it and it grades well, there's a potential of getting maybe a couple $100 more. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'll walk you through what I did to investigate the card. So first of all, on these T206s, one of the big indicators that you're looking for is this black line around the center image. And then sometimes there's separation here between the inner image and the black line, and then the white on the outside. And sometimes there's overrun. So we have overrun up here. If you can see, there's a little bit of yellow overrun over that line. That's apparently are good indicators. One of the things that I was looking for that they said was that the white on the front of the card is almost like a separate layer. on top, that's laid on top of the cardboard. It's like paint, basically, right, on these older cards. So if there's any corner exposed, you should see almost like a second layer. So if we look here, we can kind of see where this is exposed. That top looks like a second layer separate from the cardboard. You see that? All right. Another thing that we're looking for, the individual paint dots should not be uniform. So I went and I had this tool, and he had a magnifier there with him, but I was able to take this tool, and this magnified it enough. I was able to look really closely at the dots, and they do not look uniform. So a uniform dot would be a sign of a more modern printing technique versus the older painting and printing techniques from this era. So they would not be as uniform. The other thing that was worth looking for was that there should be some fibrous type material in this cardboard on the back. If you can kind of see fibers, and I'm not sure we're going to get close enough to see this. Oh, we might. But it should be kind of a fibrous type material, not a paperish type material, if that makes sense. You want to see on these lines in the back, they should be imperfect, right? Because it's an imperfect process, almost like stamping, right? So there should be imperfections in these lines, which there are. The factory number and 24 district VA, like those were correct for the Piedmont cards of that era. So that's correct. It could easily be copied, but it is a good thing to check. And the last thing that they said to check was to get a blacklight, which I showed in another recent video. We're going to do some, we did the Dayglow orange parallels with 2013 Topps Archives. But I also I'm going to do, I'm pretty excited about this. I have something coming up. We're going to do some investigating of the 1991 Topps series, which has the glow back cards. So I'm going to investigate those, and I'll have a special guest joining me for that live show coming up in December. More information coming about that soon. However, one of the things you want to do here with vintage cards, if it's a reprint or a copy of a vintage card, it's usually going to be a bigger name, like the Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb. Like those are going to be the ones that people are trying to copy because those are the most valuable. This guy, Dodie Paskert, I don't know that anybody's trying to copy a Dodie Paskert card. It's not worth that much that it would be worth trying to forger and like copy, and I didn't think it would be that kind of name that would be worth looking at as a copy. But if it were a copy and it was made on modern paper stock and not vintage paper stock, you would have a chance of UV light or UV materials, like fluorescent materials, being in that newer type paper to make it brighter. So you can kind of, I'm going to turn the light off here. You can see there are no brightness out of any of the paper at all. Nothing is fluorescing. So the shine that you're seeing is the reflection of the purple light off of the top loader. It is not the actual paper itself reflecting. So, that was one of the reasons I bought the black light, and it's going to help me do some other things on this channel. So those are the conclusions I came to. I think this is an authentic card from 1910. So my questions down below in the comments for you, if you're into this, let me know if you've collected these before. What do you think? Do you think I have an original here? And then next, what should I do with it? Do we sell it raw and make 40 or 50 bucks? Or do we grade it and take the chance of sending it in to get graded and getting back a card that could potentially be, a couple $100 more? So let me know in the comments down below what you think I should do. And whatever gets the most votes, we'll proceed in that direction, and we'll film the whole experience, with the results. So let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe on the way out. Keep ripping wax.